This week's materials focuses on the concept of responsive design and other ways to make your web designs work on a variety of devices. We'll cover terms like responsive design and fluid design. Often these discussions focus on the idea of how to make your design work on mobile devices, such as tablets and smartphones. This concept is certainly an important concept, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. But we also have to understand that truly responsive design not only allows your work to show up on mobile devices, but also on desktop screens of various sizes and other devices that have the ability to display HTML content. With that said, it is important to recognize how critical it is to design for mobile devices. It was not too many years ago that web designs focused almost exclusively on how a web page looks on a desktop machine and their close cousins, the laptop. While that worked in the past, it's no longer sufficient. Over the past couple of years, when overall web traffic, that is the total traffic on the web, delivered to mobile devices, surpassed the traffic being delivered to desktop devices. That's right. More data is being passed or delivered to mobile devices than traditional computers with large monitors, such as laptops and desktops. This means website designers who ignore mobile devices like cell phones and tablets could be ignoring more than half of their audience. You are now to the point where you have the foundational skills to build basic HTML content and move forward toward full-featured HTML5 applications. As you move forward, you should always be thinking about the ways to be sure your content can be accessed and viewed on all types of devices. Many people in the industry talk about the concept of mobile-first design. In fact, your textbook talks about mobile first as being the gold standard of web design. In the past, almost all web design was focused on the desktop, and then developers tried to hack together solutions that took their desktop design and made it work on alternate platforms. With mobile first, the philosophy has changed. Instead of designing for the desktop and making it work for mobile, the process involves designing for mobile and then adding things to provide enhancements to take advantage of the wider screen real estate of desktop and laptop machines. As you consider the implications of moving content for various output devices, keep in mind that it's more than just the concept of a large desktop monitor versus a tiny smartphone screen. It also has to do with orientation. Think about what happens when you flip your phone from an upright portrait mode to a horizontal landscape mode. All of a sudden, a simple phone can provide the user with twice as much horizontal screen space and half as much up and down vertical screen space. This is something that a modern web developer certainly needs to be aware of. As you build out your content on the student server this week, be sure to experiment with viewing your content on a smartphone or other mobile device. And see if you can create CSS rules that alter the content based on if someone is viewing the content in a portrait mode as opposed to a landscape mode. Please contact me and let me know if you have any questions about how to implement the concepts in this week's materials. It's critical that you understand this information as we move forward in the semester. Thanks for being part of the class, and let's move on to week 4 materials.